everybody, and very warm welcome to Ask the Accountant Pitstop podcast here at Accountex 2025. And we've got another exciting guest lined up for you. Don't forget, if you like this content, make sure you like, subscribe, and all that sort of jazz, because you're already in the right place for all your information and content relating to the world of accountancy and bookkeepers. Today, we have Sam with us. Sam, do you want to first explain who you are and why you're here?
Hi, yes. I'm a former escape room owner turned bookkeeper with my business called Immersif, helping my clients in the immersive sector with their financials. And I'm here at Accountex, taking it all in.
Loving that. And I love the fact that you got such a niche, proper niche, right? That is, and a cool niche as well, right? I love escape rooms. I've been all around the world doing What was the kind of reason for you to go down into that particular niche, other than you already having?
It just felt like the right thing to do. For the past 10 years, I've been in the escape room industry. I started my own escape rooms back in 2015.
Love that.
And then I sold the business 7 years later. I worked for the buyer for a few more years. And it was only because my daughter was born that I decided I wanted a more remote income. And so I merged the two things together because I used to do bookkeeping for myself. And so I'm now doing bookkeeping plus escape room bookkeeping, which is what I know already.
I love that. Love that.
Yeah.
And what about kind of problems, issues, and everything else? Is there anything that you've had to overcome for that industry? Is there anything that they were maybe underserved before you came along, do you reckon?
There are a lot of intricacies with escape room bookkeeping.
I can imagine.
Maybe too much for this podcast to share, but a lot of it was things that I discovered as I was doing it for myself. For escape rooms, there are so many things that you have to buy to maintain it. Escape rooms are, a lot of investments are in building the rooms at the beginning. And then once it's built, a few months later, the majority of the business is just maintaining it. So there's lots of cleaning. There's lots of duct tape, for example, fixing things.
I can imagine. Love that. Love that. Awesome. So Accountex 2025, but from what I can tell, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you're definitely newer to the industry, right? Coming into it. Is this your first Accountex?
No, second.
Second Accountex. Wow. That'd be useful later down the line.
Okay.
But when you came in for 2025, what was your first impression of this mammoth event?
I felt like home because this time last year, this was the first ever accounting conference that I ever been to.
Wow, you came to this as your first one?
Yeah, this is...
Talk about go big or go home.
At the time, I didn't know this was the biggest one.
Yeah.
I thought, at the time, I was thinking, I needed to step back from being inside the escape rooms. This time last year, I was wearing something similar to you, high-vis, and on a build site, erecting walls and wiring things. And I stepped away and into the conference. So this feels very familiar to me.
Love that.
And I'm enjoying it so far, yeah.
And that's great. And that's great to hear as well, because this is the sort of thing where you want people to, because it is intimidating, right? But you've got to get over that hurdle. And I think you're, testament to, you've come to the first one. Yes, it was intimidating, but now you feel like home. That's awesome. So what's been your highlight so far of Accountex 2025?
Well, it's only been an hour in.
I know, right? When you're one of the first questions, it's always difficult.
Well, looking on the schedule, it's so difficult to choose which seminar or talk you want to go to see. There's like almost 200 talks. But I went to one in the corner over there, and it talked all about extraction planning and tax considerations, something that I really wanted to know for my clients' benefit, maybe for a bit for myself too. I'm very knowledgeable about bookkeeping, but the accounting side, I wish to know more. So that was really good, and I'm looking forward to checking out some more talks.
Love that. An event like this, you've got to take a lot of time out of your business. There's a lot of costs involved in travel and accommodation. How do you make sure that you make the most? What's your top tip, especially for someone maybe who's never come before, like in your position? How would you take action from an event like this? What's your top tips for it?
I studied the talk agenda for weeks. It came out a few weeks ago. I downloaded the app.
Yeah.
Try to bookmark every talk that interests you. In practice on the day, you might not go to each one.
Yeah, that's fine, right?
But you actually have an action plan. And check out all the exhibitors. I liked Accountex because it feels like a theme park.
I love that
where everyone's here, and it's sort of fun. Other conferences, all of the stands look a bit the same. They're all boxy. But this one, I love that everyone has different shapes and things. So it's like a landmark over there and over there. And I love to check it out. It's actually makes it exciting.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm really excited for asking you this question. What do you love about this industry? Because you're so new to this industry. What's the thing that you're loving the most about it?
What I love about the industry is helping clients. So we're all in the business to help clients feel at ease and comfortable with their financials. I've always been good with numbers.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was natural for me to maybe even go down this path. But for a lot of escape room owners, they're not very good at numbers. They like to be on the creative side, making beautiful stuff. And bookkeeping and accounting is sort of an afterthought, which shouldn't be. So I'm here to help owners tackle all of that. Yeah.
Love that, love that. And so that's what you love about the industry, but what do you hate about the industry? What would you like to change? What keeps you awake at night going, there's got to be a better way than that?
Currently, there's so many updates with tax regulations.
I mean, 2026 alone, right?
Yeah.
It's a minefield.
Oh my God. And in these next few years of MTD and other things, that it's very hard to keep up with it. But I love that there are so many conferences throughout the year, not just this one, that I can go to, and I'm updated on everything all the time. So even though I hate that there's so much stuff to be updated with, there's always a solution, which is just to go to everything and just take it all in.
You feel supported, right?
Yes.
Yeah, love that, love that. All right, okay, so let's use that analogy there that you were here last year, right? So if you had a time machine and you could go back 12 months to Accountex 2024, think back from then to now and think about what one piece of gadget or app or solution or just something that you've introduced in the last 12 months that you wish you could go back and tell Sam 12 months ago, do that now, because that has completely been a game changer. What can you think of that you think, you know what, that's an absolute game changer to me in my business or even in personal life?
Recently, I discovered an app which I wished I knew a year ago. It's something that I really wanted my clients to feel. So I'm in the immersive sector, right?
Yeah.
I want to make accounting immersive.
I love that.
How
Love
can
that.
I make numbers immersive to them? And I always wanted a really decent reporting package so that they can see graphs that are beautiful, as well as useful.
And tell a story,
Yeah,
not just
and-
not just report on the numbers, but
Of course, yeah. It's all about storytelling in escape rooms. So the recent app that I found, which is free, is Google Looker Studio, or used to be Google Data Studio, and it's a really useful app. You can just plug and play lots of sources of data, and it just spits out lots of beautiful graphs, and that's a game changer for me because now I'm building nice dashboards for everyone.
Nice. And that gives you USP, that gives you an opportunity to really add value to the clients, right? Loving that. So that's looking back. What about if we look forward 12 months, so? There's this little word called AI that's floating around. I think we can all say it's not a fad anymore, but how do you feel like that's going to impact your life in the next 12 months or so or whatever? What are you looking to gain out of that?
Well, I'm already using AI, ChatGPT mostly. English is not my first language, so I do use it for grammar checking and writing better. I'm Chinese, by the way. But the thing that I'm looking forward to is this rise of AI agents. I want to know more about that and how that can help bookkeepers in general, as well as myself, to do even better.
Love that. Nice, great answer. Right, now we're at this type of the show where we're going to ask you to basically play our silly little game. Now, first of all, I want you to just have a quick look at that leaderboard. Is there anyone on that leaderboard you want to beat?
If I can beat the bottom one, I'll be very happy. I hardly know.
But is there any names on there you want to get rivalry with?
All right, let's beat Millie, who's second to last.
Right, okay, cool. That's a safe pair of hands on that one. All right, let me tell you the rules then. Rules are really simple. I have 5 cards in front of me. You are basically going to have the opportunity to ask me any form of yes or no question, and I can say yes or no to them. Any point you can skip, and if you do skip, though, you will get a 1-minute penalty, right? So you can skip at any point, but you'll get 1 minute added to your time. Sound fair?
That makes sense.
Awesome. Right, okay. And you're the king of games here, so this should be right up your street.
All right. Games, but I don't know anyone. How am I going to do?
All right, you get to ask me questions. In 3, 2, 1, ask away.
Is it a man?
No.
Woman?
Yes.
Bookkeeper?
Yes.
ICB?
Yes.
Kirsty?
No.
Susanna?
No.
Natasha?
No.
Skip?
Skip, you sure? You'll kick yourself. You already mentioned her once in this conversation.
Have I?
Who did you want to beat on the leaderboard?
Oh, Millie.
Next.
Man?
No.
Woman?
Yes.
Bookkeeper?
No.
Accountant?
No.
Speaker?
No. She's in your eyesight.
Lizzie.
Yeah.
Thanks for the great hints. Man,
No.
woman,
No.
bookkeeper.
Not man or woman.
Oh, conference,
Uh,
software.
Technically, it's connected to a conference. It might be the after show of a conference. Maybe try nail what conference.
Oh. So it's not the Accountex.
Not Accountex.
What, Accountex Summit?
No. No, it's not Accountex.
Oh.
No.
Two
Go
or
through.
skip?
Go through the.
Go through their conferences.
Yeah.
Fab.
No.
DAS.
No. One very close to your heart.
ICB.
Yeah.
Bookkeeper Summit.
But what's connected to it?
Luca Awards.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Next.
Man.
No.
A woman.
No.
Bookkeeper. No, sorry. Conference. Software.
Yeah.
Practice management.
No.
Payments.
Technically, they will soon. Not now, though. They help you pay suppliers, but don't receive payments in. But they want to do that soon.
Adfin.
No.
Apron.
Yes.
Okay.
Next.
Man.
Last one. No.
Woman.
Yes.
Bookkeeper.
Yes.
ICB.
Yes.
Kirsty.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yes.
You can see the way I do it.
Brilliant.
I always go through the same things.
You did a very respectable 2 minutes and 46 seconds.
way.
So that is a very good score with 0 skips, I believe. So
I was prepared to skip all of them and get 5 minutes and still beat Millie.
loving that.
I gave it a good go.
Yeah, you go, brilliant go. So that's the end of our podcast. Thank you so much. It's been a really interesting. We really need to get you back on a Cool Friends episode, right?
Oh, we'd love
We want to deep dive into this. Is the point of this is it's nice, quick, snappy. We haven't got enough time to it. I want to really talk about what it is to be, in your industry and talk about some of the stuff you've had to overcome. We need you back on at some point. I'm sure the audience will agree. Speaking of the audience, use that camera, any camera out there, and just plug yourself away. Where can people find you? Everything else, go for it.
My name is Sam, or Chi Yun Wei. You can find me at Immersif. That's immersive with an IF at the end, .co. I'm got my website. I'm on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and Facebook.
Amazing. And did you ever get your podcast off the ground? You were looking to do it, weren't you?
Oh, yes. Not yet. Although I have 40 guests lined up. I want to get back to them.
So basically, watch this space.
Watch this space. I'm currently doing up the room, so it'll make it look nice. But I've been so busy helping out clients that it's on the back burner right now, but very soon.
But we're looking forward to it with bated breath. That's
Thank
been
you.
it. That's been another episode of Pitstop Podcast. Thank you, Sam, for coming along. Been absolutely brilliant. Remember, if you want any more content around the world of Accountex 2025, you're already in the right place. Hit the like button, press the subscribe button, all that sort of stuff to find more great content, just like we've had here from Sam. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.